Alright, welcome back to more lap 3, fellas. Yeah. Uh, something funny though. Uh, this is blood sauce. People say this is the hardest, one of the hardest levels to lock. I actually just messed that up. That's why I actually did not almost die right there, but I didn't. That's the whole point. Oh! People almost dying actually. But, blood sauce. I keep almost dying. Not on purpose. But this is blood sauce. I have checkpoints on. This is a checkpoints mod. Along with the last 3. Because I know if I did not have checkpoints, I would literally die. Exactly. But this level is not that hard to lap. It's probably gonna be hard now. Because I just said that, but you know, we're just seeing if it's gonna be hard. Yeah. This level, I actually did do it. Editor. Oh God! We got the sleep paralysis demon, guys. Sleep paralysis demon. Ah! Almost died there, guys. But basically, editor newbie, showed a picture of the lap 3 that I did it with, I think, Pepino. Yeah, I did that wrong. I did it with Pepino, and then I also did it in swap mode. I'm gonna try doing it with the noise after this, because, sleep paralysis demon, but, you know, that part is kind of easy, so we didn't get to see it, but... Okay. So instead of using my Xbox controller, I don't know why I did that, but instead of using my Xbox controller, I'm using a Switch controller, which actually is what I actually used to use when I actually played Pizza Tower. I keep saying actually, like, it's what I used to use when I actually played Pizza Tower for my first time. So we're gonna see if this helps at all. It's probably not, but you know, we're giving it a try. Funny thing, actually, when I was doing this on my attempt, it was the attempt that I accidentally put on lunatic mode. I got far, but then I died, and then I just gave up. Lunatic mode on this level killed me. Alright. Somehow go through that. Remember, Super Booglet had literally, I think, 5 hours on this level. He did 5. Remember, Super Booglet literally took 5 hours to beat this level. So, yeah. So, if I'm able to do this, there's no way Super Booglet actually took 5 hours on this. I'm not even mad. I hate that level. Oh! That only took me like 20 minutes to beat, but it was worth it. It was so worth it, bro. Actually. Okay. I got 2 S rings. 2 S rings. Yay! I met Pizza Face faster. Alright. So, as you may know, with the noise, he bounces off walls instead of runs them up. So, some parts actually might be hard. Like, you have to jump off the walls instead. Which is a problem because I'm used to running up the walls. I'm used to playing as Platino, not the noise. Like that right there. That right there too. So we're gonna see if I can do this first try. No. Although the theme in this, the noise theme, is basically most of my hold on. Most of my alarms are these themes, so I'm kind of used to listening to them. So like the noise is a banger. Actually, I'll be quiet so I can lock in. So back to good music. if y'all want a part 2 on this, I will attempt a part 2. But for now, no, we're not doing it. Y'all have a good day.